All right, everybody, very good evening. It's 6 p.m. now, and you are watching this particular webinar on how to become a data analyst with no technical background and boost your salary up to 20 lakh per annum with coding invaders. Very good evening to all of you, and I'm very happy to see too many people have already joined in and were texting that when this is going to be a start. So I'm very much happy when I see the exciting audience. So before I start, guys, let me just check if you guys can see me or hear me well. Just comment down yes, you can hear me or see me well, so that I'll just start this particular webinar and I'll have to mention a lot of things because this is one of the important webinar for all of you because I'm going to clear a lot of things in this. But still, before I start, guys, I just want to mention, just guys mention that if you guys can see me or hear me well, we will definitely start. So I started getting Priyanka, Shika, Lalit, Deepika, Mayank, Khushbu, Khushi, Chetna, Saif, Raza, Deep, Money, Dhruv. So almost everybody is ready to, and they can see me and hear me well. That's great. That's great. I'm super excited for all this particular. Saksham is saying that is it live? Yes, of course, is it live? It is live. Okay. Abhishek saying that to subscribe his music channel. Okay, perfect. So Khushi is saying I cannot see you clearly. Maybe some network issues because everybody can see that. Okay, perfect. So let's start. My name is Amir Akhtar, guys, and you are watching me in this particular Coding Invaders Masterclass. I will be your host, and I will be discussing a lot more thing with our guest speaker on how to become a data analyst, which is one of the most high-paying profession, by the way. And you can also become with no tech background. What I am trying to say is, even if you don't know the C of the coding, still you can become, and we will discuss this in this particular webinar step by step. All right. So stay tuned till the end, and I would request you all if you have some friends who are just roaming around, you can bring them over here. That stop scrolling Instagram, come join here and watch something which is very productive because we're gonna have an amazing guest speaker as well. All right, guys. So let's start this particular webinar. So let me introduce myself once again. My name is Amir Akhtar, and I'm a career consultant. I have helped more than 200 plus people in getting a job in an IT industry as a data analyst, and I have total 5 years of experience in edtech industry. Why I'm telling you about myself is because I have helped more than 200 plus people, so I understand what challenges, what problems, and everything they are. Okay, so there's message from Zulam Beno. Sir, if you don't mind, can you slow down, please? Okay, I'm so sorry. Um, Muhammad Yunus is saying I have learned in English, so please. Okay, I'll talk slowly. Sorry, my bad. So, guys, I have 5 years of experience, and why I'm telling you about myself? Why? Because I have helped 200 plus people. So, I know what exact challenges and the problem these people are going through who are looking for a job change or switching from non-IT to IT. How is it possible, right? So I know the exact challenges, the discomfort, the comfort zone, and hesitation, myths, lot of pre-assumptions, and everything. So I know the exact challenges. So I will be better able to relate with you. And the plus point is we have the guest speaker as well. So we'll discuss with them also that is it genuinely possible or not, or he himself do in their team or not. So a lot of things we're gonna discuss, right, guys? All right. I guess I'm slow. I'm a bit slow. Okay, fine, guys. Let's move on. So why we are doing this particular webinar? So yes, I forgot to mention. There's my Instagram link. If you want to connect with me, the link is into the chat section. You can reach out to me if you want to talk to me. All right, no worries. So we are conducting this masterclass in the support of data analyst course from Coding Invaders. Yes, and this the best part about this particular course is we have the most popular program. There's no coding involved. 93% of the students are placed in big companies. 93%. It is genuinely possible. Yeah, and all of them were from non-IT background. Even if you're from an IT background, that's totally fine. You can definitely join us. But still, I'm just mentioning you that the courses is one of the best program because it doesn't require any coding background. That's why the courses price is 11,490, and this is just because you are watching me in this particular webinar. Only you who is watching me in this webinar, you can utilize this opportunity and get this guaranteed job course with 7,290. I'm just telling you as an reference, as an information. I'm not selling you right now. Okay. So to all the people who are interested and wanted to know how is this possible, how I can promise a job guarantee, because we give agreement, there are a lot many clause. Yes, before enrollment, we promise job guarantee, we give job guarantee agreement, and there is a lot of clauses where if you will not place, you'll get 100% refund. And it is genuinely very much helpful and safe and secure. So yes, if you want any counseling, or I am offering you a free counseling call, go. The link is into the chat section. Click it, get a free counseling call, and understand what the hell it is. How is it possible to get this, guaranteed job? So eat their head, ask about their eligibility criteria, discuss about their background, and also discuss about your background, understand that am I eligible or not, and how is this possible, and discuss about the alumnis, talk things, if that is, then if you will feel that yes, it is perfect, now I think it is legit, then go for it. All right. Okay, perfect. So let me tell you about this Coding Invaders. So Coding Invaders is an tech platform which help all non-IT people to get into an IT profession. And the starting salary is 5 lakh plus, and you can get up to 36 lakh. If I'll talk about overall statistics, then we have 30% to 400% salary hike after the courses. Yeah, it is true. You can check out the website also. And we have for sure 100%, 100 plus companies have trained their employees with us, and 40 plus countries learner bases are there, and more than 22,000 students are already studying with us. So it's a huge community to all the ambitious player who wanted to switch from non-IT to IT and earning big in their life. All right, guys. So don't just miss this opportunity. So now let's come to the main part. I know you guys are interacting with me. I know you guys have a lot more questions. Amarpreet Jha is saying, sir, please speak slow. Sorry, I'll speak slow. Okay. So I just wanted to understand from all of you guys that what is the main reason you joined this particular webinar? There must be some reason, right? There must be reason like, you are just here to listen to this particular webinar. You are just here to study and looking for courses, or you are just already studying and wanted to expand your horizon, right? So you guys, there's a poll on your screen. Just click and I will understand what is the main intention why you are here. And accordingly, I'll derive the whole webinar so that it will be valuable and helpful for you. And also, guys, I have an important announcement to make before you go. I have one surprise. All right. So hit the poll because I'm going to announce one surprise for all of you who is watching me, because I make sure whoever is watching me gets some value out of us. All right. So yes, I have an important announcement as well. And for sure, I will not leave you like usual, like you're just signing out or something. You will definitely get something from this particular webinar. And what exactly it is, let me tell you. Perfect. So before you go, so what exactly you will learn today? You will learn who is data analyst. You will learn how to become one, and you will also learn how to build a successful career as a data analyst. No, this is not a surprise. This is just a part of webinar. The surprise I'll tell you just after 1 minute. And what you will get a chance to ask questions to the speaker directly. I'll take your questions and I'll ask on your behalf. And you will also get a certificate of participation and special offer for all our DA courses, which promises job guarantee. All right, let's move on. Yes. So right now, in front of yourself, in front of you, I am here starting one contest where I will give one course of data analyst. That is a premium course of data analyst, which promises job guarantee. All right. I will give this premium course, that too for free, right now in this particular webinar. So the contest is just started right now, and I'll end this contest in just after 40 minutes. So whoever is watching me, you can participate. I'll share my screen. I'll choose one random person, and in front of you, I'll enroll that person into the job guarantee batch. So the link is into the chat section. Go fill it up and come back to me that yes, you have participated, you are ready, so that I'll just start this webinar. And after the the discussion with the guest speaker, there will be a Q&A session. After Q&A session, I'll just share my screen and I'll choose one person and you will win it. So the link is into the chat section, guys. Please go register. I'll give you 20 to 30 seconds right now. Okay. And go and register and come back to me and tell me that Amir, I have registered, now ready to go ahead. All right. So guys, I'm just waiting, giving you 20, 30 seconds. The link is into the chat section. Go fill it up and tell me fast. I'm just waiting for your responses. So I can see the numbers are increasing very fast. Come on, guys, hurry up, because you know what happened in the last webinar? There was one guy who registered at the end and he became the winner. Somebody's asking that where's the link and everything. So the link is into the chat section. I'm again posting it again and again. So don't worry about it. Perfect. Perfect. So guys, whoever is trying to participate and asking that I'm 12th or I'm 11th pass, then I'll tell you that this is for the graduate people. All right. Okay, so a lot of people are saying that registered. Okay, Archel done, San done, Sudwina done. Perfect, perfect. Anybody else who's left? So I can see a good number of people have joined in and people have registered. Anybody else who's left? Still, the numbers are increasing. So I want to give everybody a chance. Perfect. Done, 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 done. Disha registered. Komal registered. Preeti registered. Washu registered. Okay, I'll give you 20-second more time because I can see a good number of people are registering. So I don't want anybody to lose it. All right. Perfect. 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 Great. All right. So let the people register. And let me tell you one interesting part about this particular webinar because here I'm going to discuss, here I am going to roast myself, first of all. So you're going to enjoy. And with that particular roasting, you learn a lot of lesson, right? So this thing is very much going to be interesting because I'm a mechanical engineer. So you're going to enjoy that for sure. All right. Because I'm going to ask a lot of silly questions and good questions, a lot of things to the guest speaker and understand how good they are enjoying their life and how much exactly they all are making and how is it possible. We'll explore a lot of things. We'll try to ask a lot of things to the guest speaker so that we should get a clarity that, yeah, data science is a good thing or not, we should do it or not. So we're going to discuss a lot more thing. All right. So yes, guys, if you have some, and also please, if you have some questions, prepare it. Okay. So that accordingly, I'll just reach out to our guest speaker and ask him. All right. So guys, are you done? Are you done with your registration? Just give me yes or thumbs up. I'll just start this particular webinar. Are you ready? Hello, you beautiful people. Are you ready? Vijay Bandari registered. Perfect. Should I go ahead and start talking to the guest speaker, guys? Nikita, yes. Yashika, yes. Deepika, Khushi, yes. Perfect. 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 To all the people who were not able to register yet, I will be keep on posting the link again and again. So go register. Okay. And you'll get this thing done, sorted. Meenakshi saying, go on, sir. All right, let's go. So please welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Abhishek, who is over here, who is a senior data science manager at Tata 1MG. But let's meet our guest speaker first. So hi, Abhishek, if you are here.
Hi, hi everyone.
That's great. That's great. So Abhishek, we are happy to see you over here. I hope you can see that how energetic these audiences
Yes,
are, and
yeah,
they
yeah,
have a lot
absolutely.
of questions already. So first of all, thank you so much for joining over here. I'm passing on the mic to
Glad
you.
to be here.
Wanted to join. We wanted to know how exactly you have this 10 years of experience, how you made it. So we're gonna hear that from your own mouth as well. Yeah.
Sure. So I'll a bit talk about myself.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm a computer engineer and MBA from TAPI Management Institute. It's
Mm-hmm.
one of the top 20 MBA colleges of India.
Mm-hmm.
So I started my journey as a developer or a technical guy in one of the Tata companies,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started my data science or the data analyst journey in
Uh-huh.
a IT service company, which is Wipro. So there I started my the proper journey in the data analytics world started over
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have personally experienced both the uh, technical side where technology is there, and also I have worked and I have been myself also a person who comes from a functional background. So when I say functional, from a specific industry or a domain, like finance can be a function, manufacturing can be a function, right,
Mm-hmm.
and retail can be a function. So work with these sort of people also. After that, I worked in Ernst and Young. It is one of the big four consulting companies. So there I worked. I basically grew from analyst to consultant to a manager over there.
Mm-hmm.
Very a fantastic journey I had over there. Learned a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
and again worked with many functional people. So I mean during the course of this webinar, I would also throw some light on how both things are so important for the tech industry to work. Why the functional knowledge also plays a huge role along with the technology part. And yeah, so after that I again moved to the Tata group. So I worked for Tata Health, worked with doctors. Again, they are the domain people or the functional people, to develop certain AI based products. And right now I'm in Tata 1mg.
Great,
uh,
great.
I'm sure a lot of people would have maybe heard about it or used it. So I work here as a lead, a senior manager of a
Mm-hmm.
data science team.
Mm-hmm.
Again, working on multiple, subsets of AI ML domain. So I've worked on
Understood.
uh, uh, the traditional machine learning, the deep learning, the NLP part of the sides of data science. So
Great.
that's my quick short
So,
uh, profile.
I'm happy to see that you're all 10-year experienced guy. So I can see a good the knowledge in your head. So we're gonna extract, and I will clear a lot of myths. I'll take this opportunity to clear a lot of myths and
Sure,
misassumptions that
sure,
we have.
absolutely.
But I have one silly doubt, if you would help me very honestly.
Yes.
And see, I did BTech. You also did BTech.
Yes.
You did in computer science engineering. I did mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
Um, but whatever I'm doing right now in my life, BTech didn't help me. So now trying to understand from your end, just because wherever you are, whenever you started your journey, just tell me very honestly that did
Sure.
engineering helped you or not, or what was there? Was it only your effort?
So, frankly speaking, what any education helps us with,
Mm-hmm.
that even though uh, we don't remember 90% or 95% of the things
Mm-hmm.
after couple of years only,
Mm-hmm.
but that intuition builds. So, you being a mechanical engineer, if you are put in a scenario where there is some manufacturing happening, some supply chain is there,
Mm-hmm.
so uh, and I compare you with a computer science guy or an electrical guy, you will
Mm-hmm.
definitely have more understanding after a discussion or a piece of work provided to you. So that intuition builds, and this is coming from the knowledge that you had gained. That 5% only, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that 95% is there in the back of your mind, your subconscious mind. Now, another thing is that you build an
Mm-hmm.
aptitude of problem solving.
Mm-hmm.
So, anybody coming from any background, be it accounting, be it from a manufacturing kind of environment, somebody who would have worked in supply chain logistics,
Mm-hmm.
retail, right? Somebody is from finance background.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody bring something to the table. If you have worked in that domain in accounting or so,
Mm-hmm.
that is a very very valuable thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can bring on table to a data analyst role,
Mm-hmm.
to a to a data science role, because what happens is that you would have worked on some use case,
Mm-hmm.
some scenario, right? You will maybe definitely look at some data, some software, so the using journey or that process will help you
Mm-hmm.
pick new things, right?
Understood.
And if you happen to be a data analyst for a retail client, and you
Mm-hmm.
have worked in the retail client, then the client will simply worship you, basically,
Exactly.
right? So that's my take on it, that being a mechanical engineer uh, will definitely help you,
Mm-hmm.
because you will have an upper hand in the supply chain, manufacturing, operation management sort of
Mm-hmm.
scenarios, which is a significant chunk of the whole world we are living
Exactly.
in. So in the
Exactly.
company where I am working in,
Mm-hmm.
fulfillment, which is the
Mm-hmm.
supply chain part of it, right,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
is a very very important thing. So hmm, you know
Understood.
that
Understood. Got the clarity.
does help.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The and now, just because you're already you're into this data science thing, and you are also a senior data science manager. Now, as you can see in the youth, and currently right now, everybody is less passionate but more fascinated about this data science position. I feel so. So, just wanted to know that what do you think that what's exactly, you know, cool or best about being into this data profession? Why it is, oh, I don't know whether overhyped is good word to say or not, but this is something which people have accepted in the mind that this is a future and this is one of the hyping profession and everybody is discussing and everybody is helping and providing services.
Yes.
Could you just guide us, like, if I will be as a fresher, could you just guide us, like, what's best thing about in this domain? Why I should think on it?
Uh, what I think is that this profession comes with the greatest perk, which is that your work will always be interesting. So, if somebody is not passionate right now, so
Mm-hmm.
passion comes with involvement. So when you get involved with something, some piece of work, even if you don't like,
Mm-hmm.
you will start building an understanding of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And over a period of time, what would happen is that if you like the job, right,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
then the passion will develop if you're not having it prior
Mm-hmm.
to joining that kind of role. Now this profession, data engineer or data analyst or data science, it
Mm-hmm.
comes with everyday job profile of solving problems, right? So let's say somebody has a passion for selling cars, right? The
Mm-hmm.
person likes cars a lot. I'm just taking a very way of example. Uh, let's say being a salesperson, it
Mm-hmm.
may happen that it was a passion at some point in time, but uh, it gets repeated. It gets repetitive, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Every other day, you are doing a similar kind of work. So this is not the case with this domain or this profession.
Mm-hmm.
Every day there will be something new which you can pick. So depth wise, breadth wise,
Mm-hmm.
there is a lot to learn. There will be problems to solve. There will be, people who would want you to solve problems after you are, a bit into your journey.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one perk. Second perk is yes, you can work on your laptop anywhere. So the work from home or the hybrid way of
Understood.
working is there. So that personally brings a lot of work life balance. The wear and tear we have at our workplaces, if we have to go every day work in a
Mm-hmm.
factory or in any any workspace. So
Understood.
gives flexibility of that.
Mm-hmm.
And last but definitely not the least,
Mm-hmm.
uh, 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 pay scales are good. uh,
Mm-hmm.
they are definitely going to
Mm-hmm.
increase a lot in future.
Mm-hmm.
uh, the reason is that everything is getting digitized, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the businesses completely depend on their user interfaces, their
Mm-hmm.
apps or their websites.
Mm-hmm.
Companies have their own software to run their company, right? So for
Mm-hmm.
example, an insurance company. So
Mm-hmm.
insurance company, yes, as a user, we go to their uh, website or an app and we buy our insurance,
Mm-hmm.
right? But inside the insurance company, there'll be a hugely complex
Mm-hmm.
application which runs where
Okay.
people do their calculation, people finalize the insurance contracts and so on. So everything is digitized inside out, is what
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to say. And that brings lot of data on the table.
Understood.
So let's take an example of again an insurance company 25 30 years back, right?
Mm-hmm.
They might be having files and pages where the contracts were written, some calculations were done, and so on. Now
Mm-hmm.
everything is in a database, in a database table and a UI,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a whole tech around it, right? That
Understood.
brings huge amount of data, right? So they can know that okay, a person was 35 years old, now the person is 45, 55 year old, and the demography where he was staying earlier, from
Mm-hmm.
Indore to Delhi to Pune or whatever. So this amount of data is has created a lot of jobs and
Mm-hmm.
challenges as in problems to solve, and is going to create a lot of data again, because the amount of data flowing over the streaming sources, or the amount of data being generated by the users like you and me over any website or an
Mm-hmm.
application or anywhere is humongous and growing at a terrific rate. So that's going to take the salaries up, going to take the number of jobs up, and that's how I think.
Understood, understood. So, with your explanation, what I understood it is like we are like this data profession is something which we are going to deal with a lot of data, whether they
Yes,
are organized or disorganized, and that data analyst will try to make some pattern or sense out of it by correlating with something, maybe like that.
right,
And
right,
like as a data analyst, we are trying to make some sense out of the activities which are going on day-to-day basis, whether it could be a transaction or a delivery or
right.
logistics or
Absolutely.
HR related stuff, or whether it's is anything. Okay, let's discuss more about this. So just wanted to know one thing that what exactly the main goals, if I'll just, let's suppose if I'll get hired from tomorrow that as a data analyst, and I am from a non-IT
Yes.
background. So what exactly my main goals and the exact task that I need to do as a data analyst, if you could help us.
When you join as a data analyst in any organization,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I'll try to extend my this answer to my last answer, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I was talking about there is a lot of data and
Mm-hmm.
digitization has happened. So the next question in front of these organization is that how can I use this data to improve my business? Who is
Mm-hmm.
going to make sense out of this data, right?
Understood.
In the databases or in the tables, who is going to make sense out of this data? So the data analysts are going to do that. So talking about the day to day kind of work is that you will be equipped with certain skills,
Mm-hmm.
soft skills like soft skills are like you will require to have a skill to look into details,
Mm-hmm.
being thorough with what you are looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Then tool skills, as in certain tools like Excel or a visualization tool and things like that. And that is basically going to just a second. Sorry.
No issues. So, guys, no worries. Just because we are into the tech profession, so we are getting an opportunity to work at home. So yes, there will be a little bit, issues will happen. But that's totally fine. The best part about this tech profession is you will sit at home, and things will be better. All right, no
Sorry
issue.
for that.
No issue.
Just
It's totally fine. It's totally fine to be in
so
a work from home thing. It is normal.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So for a data analyst, you need to be equipped with those skills like you are equipped with advanced Excel,
Mm-hmm.
or something called SQL, which
Mm-hmm.
is a query language. So there is a data table, and you want few things only from the data. So
Mm-hmm.
this simple language helps you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So those skills, if you have, you can get the right data. You can basically, as a salesperson, figure out which customer to approach to,
Mm-hmm.
which customer to target, who have a salary higher than, let's say, 40,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that the name and phone number of all those customers have to be pulled out
Mm-hmm.
through a simple two lines of code. So that two lines of code writing is something you will have to learn, and then you can help your company by analyzing the data, finding out what they require to reach their goals. So that is the everyday task that we do. uh, there are other skills also like data visualization. So in many cases we don't want to look at tables, we want to look at graphs, right? So you need to know few tools which visualize or make pictorial graphs out of the tables or out of the data that you are extracting. So these are the few things, and these are the few things that data analysts typically know, and I think not very hard to learn, based on my experience. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Sorry. So there was some problem at my end. So yes, we were discussing about the main goals, right? Got it.
Yes.
So now the main thing just wanted to understand from your end that as you said that we are too much involved into the decision making and we are more into making some sense out of data and a lot more things. So just wanted to understand one example from you. What do you think that in a day-to-day businesses or in a day-to-day every startups, right? There is a more need of a data analyst. So just wanted to understand where exactly this data analyst people are being used in major companies and the startups, why it is very much required into the businesses, what exactly the crucial roles they are involved in this particular
Sure. Sure.
the businesses. If you could give an example, let's suppose I have seen that even a chartered accountant needs data analyst, even a logistic people
Definitely.
needs data analyst, even HR also need data analyst. Just wanted, could you just
Absolutely.
share some example why it's going to be the need of every businesses for sure?
Sure, sure. So again, to run a business, or let's say a department,
Mm-hmm.
you need to take decisions every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, HR, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the managers will have a sense that who is happy, who is not, but they might not be actually knowing who is happy in the company, who is not,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if they look at certain data points, like since how many years the person has been, what has been the historically what kind of ratings the person has been getting, what kind of maybe reviews the person is getting from
Mm-hmm.
their previous managers and so on.
Mm-hmm.
uh, Looking at these data points, anybody can know that okay, this person is due to should be getting more in terms
Mm-hmm.
of hike or in terms of promotion. So looking at data only, these kind of decisions can be taken more holistically.
Mm-hmm.
So now the decision making, be it in sales, be it in HR,
Mm-hmm.
or any department or industry you can think of,
Mm-hmm.
the decisions are now data driven, and that data insight comes from a data analyst only. So
Mm-hmm.
let me give an example from my current organization, which is more contemporary and recent. If there are multiple features in each application, right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, Instagram, or let's say 1mg app, there are so many features, and there is a medicine widget where you can click and order your medicines, or you can click somewhere and talk to a doctor or book your lab tests and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So each of them has a price, right? You have to pay something to purchase. So those
Mm-hmm.
price points, how to encourage the user to purchase more or order
Mm-hmm.
more. If you are buying a supplement, vitamin supplement,
Mm-hmm.
how do you also book a vitamin test, related
Mm-hmm.
test, right? So those sort of insights come from specific team called product analytics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So product analytics team does day in and day out this. They will have access to the data, and they will have access to the tools where they can work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not always about knowing everything and doing something. You also
Okay,
learn on the job, right?
understood.
So the number of tools that companies use to do this data analysis work is a lot, but if you have your fundamentals in place, a lot of learning of the business side, of the technology side, happens. So having said that, this everything comes from a data analyst. So there
Mm-hmm.
are teams of data analysts called they have different names in different companies. data analytics, product analytics,
Hmm.
service optimization analytics, and so on. So this all comes from a
Understood.
DAT, so to say.
Understood. Understood. So it's just that a different names are there, but the jobs are almost same, right?
and
Exactly.
and not exaggerating, but I can say that the data analyst teams
Hmm.
are the the soul of any company, because
Exactly.
they
Exactly.
only from top to bottom
Hmm.
drive the decisions. If they
Exactly.
stop giving their insights,
Hmm.
things will go in a haywire.
Understood. Understood.
That's the importance, and that's the criticality of this role and this kind of domain.
Yeah. So, guys, I just want to mention you one thing that, this analytics is a skill, the tools that you will learn and the skill that you will learn, and you will get a different name as a job offer. People are also confused in business analyst, data analyst, finance analyst. It's like, I'll give you one basic example. There's an Excel sheet that you learn in class 8 or 9, but after, when you come to the industry, everywhere the sheet has been used, right? So it's like a bunch of tools and the skills that you will learn, and you can use it in every single profession. As I told you, that even correct me if I'm wrong, Abhishek. Even I think that the businesses that are raising funds, I'm sure they must be pitching to the investors. Like, guys,
Yes.
if you know, in a Shark Tank show, what
Mm.
happens? The founders comes and tell that this was my sales, this was my revenue, and this much I am trying to grow, and this was my growth. How exactly they are able to tell? There must be some analysis going on, right? There must be some data analyst who has been sitting in that company and analyzing the previous data, and also doing predictive analysis. What we say, when you predict the coming thing, what's going to happen, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Abhishek. So this is
No, no,
what they
absolutely, absolutely right. And an extension to your point, uh, and also from what I have seen and what I've heard from my colleagues and in other companies, people
Mhm,
who are starting their businesses, right,
mhm,
starting their app or whatever.
mhm,
The initial few employees that they hire,
mhm,
right. So one of them is a data analyst,
mhm.
one of them is a data engineer, and then the CEOs and the founders and all will be there. But these are some of the kind of people required to start a company now, because that's the core. That's the core.
Understood. Understood. So, as I can see, some of the people are not able to hear you. If you can just speak a little louder, because these people are
Sure.
saying that they are not able to. Don't
So,
worry, guys.
am I better? Am I audible now?
Yes, yes, you are better, but it's just that people are able to hear less. Okay, no
Okay.
issues.
All right. I'll
Perfect.
get it. Yeah.
So
Should
we
I
got the.
repeat my answer?
No, no,
The
no, no,
last.
no. We have got an understanding. It was just volume was low. Now we have to
Okay.
just increase the volume. That's all.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
Perfect, guys. So I hope you guys understood. Okay. Now, moving on, just to let you know that why businesses needs a data analyst, just to have some statistics, more than 2.7 million jobs are there in 2023 for sure. And the world is completely data driven nowadays, right? And this data analytics profession is on peak, is on boom. So if you will learn this skill set, for sure you're going to win this game. I'll give you one example. This is something which I feel is a non-negotiable skill. Why? Even like when I was in sales, I'll give you one example. Even if I was in sales, when I was just selling the something on a door to door, there is a manager who was sitting above me, and he was preparing the report, how many sales happened, where my executives are, in which locations executive are, where the sales is maximum, which location is best for sales, which location is bad for revenue generations. All this data, targets, and everything are somewhere manually or professionally are getting managed or analyzed at the upper hierarchy. And for sure, one thing is very much true, that one day you will also grow in your life, right? When you will be on top, you will be also dealing with the data only.
Yes. Yes.
So right now, what is right now, the data professionals are getting hired as a data analyst. There will be a time come which I think and I predict that some professions, there's, let's suppose, somebody who is a project manager or somebody like that, who is into different, they people will try to HR will try to find that one or two skills, like Google Sheet or something like that in his skills also, so that he can also manage, because these skills are very much important, and it is
Mm.
very much important for every single business decision making, whether it's a startup or a big company. All
Yeah,
right, that's it, guys. That's what I just wanted to
and
explain. Yeah.
I personally know some very senior people, as in senior directors and executive directors in
Hmm.
certain companies, who intentionally practice for an hour their programming skill, which
Hmm.
they are not required to do. They might be from a finance background or whatever background, right?
Understood.
But they kind of practice this so that they can understand the data again, right?
Wow. Nice.
So I mean, and it's a true story. So that's the direction industries are moving into
Exactly. Exactly. Understood.
and professions are moving into.
Exactly, exactly. Even like every single places we are observing this. So, guys, this is something which is not non-negotiable skill for sure. This thing will come on your way for sure. Now, the main question comes in our mind is that how exactly we are promising a job guarantee. This is not something which is a very fancy thing. I'm saying. Trust me. There's a demand is so much, but organizations are not able to find the skilled people. Now, let me prove you right in front of you. So, Abhishek, you are having 10 years of experience already, right? And you must have hired a lot of people, right, in your whole
Yes.
entire journey.
Yes. Yep.
In the entire journey, just like one line or two line, if I'll understand, whether it's yes or no, if you could say, that do you
Mhm.
face a problem that you are open for hiring, but you are not getting skilled people? Does that happens with you?
Yeah, yeah. So I think in my profession, or
Mm-hmm.
I would say in my domain,
Mm-hmm.
this is the biggest problem, right? So if we have to hire two people, we'll have to interview maybe 20, 30, 40 people.
And also, like, I'll
So
share one more story.
yeah,
I have seen one interview where the recruiter is very much professional, that okay, technical. Now when he is observing that he is not getting skilled people, now he's coming to, okay, do you have you done case studies, have you done any project or something like that, because what I was observing is what I understood is now the organization are just trying to find one simple reason to hire you. If you have that, they will see that yes, this guy is best for us, and they will hire. This is what I observed in the interview.
no,
So
no, that's true.
one thing, guys, which I proved it right in front of you, right? And as also Abhishek said that yes, we face this problem. So the demand is so much. So if you will be learning those particular skills at very properly, and we will schedule an interviews for you, for sure you will crack it, right? That's why we are very much confident about it, and that's why people are getting it, because demand is so much. Even if you will just Google data analyst jobs, you will find millions of jobs, right?
Right.
So you
And
will get it.
I would want to, sorry to
Mhm.
interrupt you,
Yeah, yeah.
but I would want to make a point here is that during my hiring and building teams journey,
Hmm.
I have observed that
Hmm.
a lot of people have learned on the job, right? Because the domain has grown rapidly, right? The educational institutions have not scaled up, have not expanded or gone into that direction that they can provide that
Yeah.
talent to the organization. So what has happened is that the knowledge that candidates have, it's very patchy, as in they know something, they don't know something, and the fundamentals are slightly compromised. So they might know a fancier thing, right? They might know few things in NLP, but they might not know a few things like uh, how to identify outlying data, right? So example,
Exactly.
in a class of 30 students,
Hmm.
students having a height higher more than uh, you know 5 feet 5 inches or 6 feet or whatever. So what is the approach to be taken for that? So knowing the basics is very, very important. And if you know the basics, you have some amount of smart thinking. This profession is up to grab. Yeah.
Exactly. I would 100% agree with you that this is the main problem, that, the basic thing, even our basic education system is not actually helping. That's why in the first, when I
Yeah.
started, I asked you that this engineering helped you or not.
Right,
Because,
right. So definitely skill wise there is a gap. for sure.
Like what I feel is, I'll give you one honest answer. If our engineering and every single graduation could be so much perfect, then companies like Coding Invaders would never exist.
True, true, true.
We are finding the problem. Here comes a solution, right?
Yes.
That's the thing. So, all right, guys. So we have got a pretty much clarity. So yes, we were discussing about the job guarantee. So here's the thing: you can see more than 1900 plus jobs openings are there, and we have analyzed, and we have more than 300 plus hiring partners. So you don't need to worry about scheduling interviews or something like that. As a student, you have to just master your skill, and that's it. Rest we will take care of it. These are the pricings, as I mentioned. Just because you're watching me and Anupam, you can mention and you can get the course in much lesser price as well. All right. So the link is in the chat section. If you want to have a free counseling call, eat their head and show them that what your eligibility, what's your criteria, and what you studied. Are you eligible for it or not? Understand how exactly this job guarantee batch is possible, and then take a better decisions. Yes, don't forget to ask about the eliminations and a lot of other things, because the more you will verify, the more clear understanding you will get. All right. Now, now we wanted to understand that how exactly we can become a data analyst. What I mean to say is what exact tools we need to learn, and what exactly tools we need to focus on, because in the whenever I google I get 15, 20 tools, right? I get worried. So what are the only tools which is required as a non-IT people person to get into my first data analyst role? What those tools are required? Can you just throw some light on it?
Sure. So I think the tools that are mentioned here are absolutely important to know. Python and SQL are basically, so let me quickly talk about all four of them and what are the different aspects of data analysis that they all cover. So imagine a data analyst role. You have data, and you have to process it to get some interesting or useful insight for your boss or for your department, right? So you will require knowledge of a programming language, right? Programming language to maybe add some numbers to a sales figure, right? Or add some find the average of something, right? Those kind of things. So Python is what is going to help you. Python is a extremely widely used programming language, and that's one of the skill. SQL is there. So SQL is where you actually get into a user interface to mine the data. Mine the data as in search for the data that you want. So this will help you get the data that you want, right? So this is a data fetching programming language. Again, it's a extremely widely used programming language. So these are kind of programming languages, and if you learn these things, the first thing is that you will build a programming aptitude. Second thing is that it is extremely widely used, so it will be applicable anywhere. If you have to work on something new also, the knowledge of this will help you learn the new programming language. Now comes statistics. So statistics is something which is kind of the pillar of the whole data science world, right? So statistics basically starts from finding the mean, the averages, the standard deviations, and so on. At a basic level, you plot charts that okay, between 35 to 45 year of bracket, how many people purchased goods from my store, something like that. So statistics is histograms, bar graphs, and so on. Now this will help you understand the story behind the data. Right. So this is a bit of maths. Again, very logical in learning. So if you understand, one small concept every day in a very logical way, in a span of let's say 50 days or 100 days, you will become a master of it. So it's
Understood.
that simple. It is typically put across as a very complex thing, right? So I myself is not a statistician or from any mathematics background,
Mm-hmm.
but I have learned over the years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even I have started from something that is taught in a class 10th or 12th, or
Mm-hmm.
in a
Mm-hmm.
forget about engineering colleges,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there I have built everything. So again, very important. It will help you know the story behind the data, and then Power BI. So Power BI is a visualization tool which
Mm-hmm.
will help you uh, say that story, right? Say that story, what is hidden in the tables. So tables, if a very senior person is there in your company, or a client is there, they will not uh, have enough time or maybe understanding to look at all the tables, understand everything. So Power BI helps you plot the graphs in a very meaningful way, right? So a very pictorial, colorfully portrait graph you can plot and tell a lot about the data in maybe a very simple and intuitive manner.
Understood.
So very important skills. It covers all the aspects of being in a data analyst or even a data science role.
So, guys, I just wanted to add one more thing over here. That to all the people who are thinking that you need to be a pro mathematician, it's not.
No.
You don't need to be a pro mathematician. Only a basic 10th, 12th is okay. Now, the second thing is the people who are looking at the visualization tool. What we are trying to understand with this is the pie chart and the graph that you see. You know, so the more simpler way I will present it, the more it will be easy for me to understand it, right? So that actually helps. These are things required with the upper management to understand and take up major decisions. That's why Abhishek told that data professionals are like very important professionals in any company. All right, perfect. Because what I feel is data professionals are the catalyst for any organization. They fasten the reactions. All right. Now the most important question comes in your mind. Just because you are a guest speaker in Coding Invaders does not mean that you will completely say, or favor Coding Invaders. So you have to tell yourself that, you have to tell to this audience how exactly you did so that we can understand your process. And nowadays we have too much resources because I saw on your LinkedIn
So
that you did the graduation around 2005 or 2006.
2009 I graduated as
Okay.
in data
Okay.
engineering.
You
Yeah.
joined in 2005, I guess,
Five.
right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So even in 2009 also there was not so many options like coding in Windows or something. Like
No.
so it
No.
was not it was like preparing by yourself, exploring by yourself and
Very.
everything, words of mouth and polishing and working. How you did and what could happen if at that time
Mhm.
organization like us are ready to help you upskilling yourself, how exactly it could have changed your life. I just wanted to understand.
Sure. So I'll talk about my journey. So I had my own small
Mm-hmm.
coding invaders at that
Mm-hmm.
time.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually did not start my journey in 2009. After that, I worked as a developer, and then
Mm-hmm.
I went for my MBA, where
Mm-hmm.
I learned the functional aspect of it, which I was
Mm-hmm.
talking about, right? The finance, the marketing, the operations part of it, right? And then I started my data science journey or data analysis journey. So at that time, the clients and the organizations in any industry, they had started gathering a lot of data, and they were
Mm-hmm.
not very clear about how to use it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the kind of projects that were coming to me
Mm-hmm.
were kind of heavy on data. So I did some exploration, and there is a analytics tool. It's not very common these days, called SAS. So
Mm-hmm.
SAS is you can say Python of
Mhm,
today's day, right? So luckily I got hold of a person
mhm,
who knew SAS
mhm,
and helped me bridge the gap
mhm,
between my education and the industry needs.
mhm.
And that was the coding invaders for me
Understood.
back then, and that actually helped me uh, do my tasks better and actually kickstart my whole career in this domain in a very good way. And then the skilling happened over the years. I did few certifications and all, but that was very crucial, and I still thank my mentor that time, that he
Mhm.
helped me embark on this journey, start this journey, learn the skills that were required.
Understood. Understood.
So that's how it happened. And then, you get your assignments, your projects, and you learn and you unlearn, you relearn. So a lot of things.
Understood. Understood. We got the clarity. So we have understood that that one thing, learn and unlearn and relearn, is something which is definitely going to help you guys. So yes, these are the skills that you need to learn and polish, and the more homework you will do, the more better you will come up. And the most important thing, all these tools are not just tools which you need to learn through books or something like that on a videos. You have to practice on a real case studies or the projects, then only it will work. Otherwise you will not sound logical when you are in interviews. You will be just looking at the skies in the interview. All right, perfect. Moving ahead, so now the most important question comes in our mind, how I can understand that this data analytics is my cup of tea. Thing, because if nowadays we are observing that our friends are into Canada, USA, software developer or a data scientist, and we accept the fact that this is one of the high paying profession, but sometimes we are not one of them. Like, we cannot be a good data scientist, we cannot be a good data analytics, right? How I can understand that this is my cup of tea, this is something which I what qualities I should look in myself that will completely satisfy me that yes, I can become a good data analyst.
So the answer to this is that if you uh, do not like boring work, so
Mm-hmm.
that's the first thing.
Okay.
Then you will definitely like the whole journey of being a data analyst,
Mm-hmm.
data scientist, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever,
Mm-hmm.
because this domain requires you to keep on learning. So I won't say that the whole thing will happen in a you will learn all the tools and whatever is there in this domain in a span of even 2 years or 4 years. It
Mm-hmm.
continuously happens. Even now I learn every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Be it in the form of a business case or in form of a tool or
Mm-hmm.
anything. Something new will come in the market. So if you like learning things, if you like solving problems, that's the aptitude you require to have to be in this field. And another thing is that yes, having said that, you will also require certain tools to do that. So that is the prime thing, right? And when using those tools, you start doing the real world cases, right? You start solving it. You will build an intuition of how to look at the data,
Mm-hmm.
um, how to basically find a mistake in your own work,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and so on.
Understood.
So
Understood.
hard skills definitely required. Soft
Mm-hmm.
skill wise, that aptitude of uh, solving problems every day and uh, learning new things.
Understood. 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 So all the people who are more into this problem solving and having that reasoning mindset, research, and for sure exciting. If you want something exciting, then this would be a great thing for you. All right. Moving ahead,
Yes.
we'll discuss lot more things till the end of this particular webinar. But before that, just want to tell you that yes, there's no age restrictions, gender restrictions, or background limitations are required. To prove it, let's see. So, in your entire journey, do you have anybody have seen that who is a data analyst or a data professional, but is not from engineering background, or maybe from non-IT background? Do you have that example in your mind? Any colleague in
Yeah,
your
I
team?
mean,
You already have that, right?
yes, I have that, but I think 50% or more than 50% of the people who are at the top of this industry are not from tech background. I can
Wow,
say that. I can
that's
say that because these skills, as you were also mentioning, these skills can be learned, right?
learnable
Given a
skills.
proper mentoring.
Mm-hmm.
But the things that you bring from your from your different background, so to say,
Mm-hmm.
accounting or retail, so that
Mm-hmm.
understanding, right, uh, it is the most important thing. And then coding and eye for detail and some tools, right, some statistics, some Python, some
Mm-hmm.
programming, you can learn given a good mentoring and with a lot of patience and all. So
Mm-hmm.
I have worked with lots and lots of people who
Mm-hmm.
are amazing at programming. They can write 500 lines of code. They are excellent with all the AI, ML, data analysis, and
Mm-hmm.
they have nothing to do with
Mm-hmm.
engineering or technology in their academics,
Understood.
and
Understood.
doing great at their job.
Exactly. So, what are
Yeah.
you waiting for, guys? I mean, like, this is also an example which he himself tells that more than 50% of people are from.
And sorry,
Yeah,
one more
yeah,
point.
yeah.
The myth that you have to have a technology background only to get into this kind of profession
Mm-hmm.
is more, I would say, in the Indian geography, in the Indian
Understood.
context, right? Outside India, I have seen a lot of colleagues of mine,
Mm-hmm.
ex-colleagues,
Mm-hmm.
who are from different backgrounds. They have studied physics, they have studied psychology,
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. They are very good in their domain, and
Mm-hmm.
they are bringing that to the table, added with
Mm-hmm.
these data analysis skills.
Understood. Got it. Got it. So we got the pretty much clarity. Disha is saying that is this work hectic or stressful? There's no simple work which is like stress free. Everything is stressful. And yes, if you are into a high paying profession, you would stress is something which will for sure come, and money will release your stress. Okay, so moving ahead. So yeah, exactly about the
I
thing.
doubt that.
You done that? Okay.
Money will release your stress.
Or for like,
But yeah,
I'll give you my example. I don't know.
I'm just
I
joking,
Yeah, yeah.
not
So
contesting your point,
yeah,
but just
you know, money is definitely a motivation.
mm,
Um,
yeah,
so
yeah, true, true.
sometimes what happens is like I'll give you my example. When I was working, I guess 2 years back, I was doing door to door sales,
Mm,
but I won't take the name of that company. It is one of the biggest, you know, valued company I was working. I was selling something door to door, but now it is one of the most controversial company. If you guys have an idea, you can guess it. So at that moment of time, I was getting a lot of stress from my upper hierarchy, but I was not saying it because I knew that I'm getting well paid. So I
right,
didn't said
okay.
anything. I said, okay, it's fine. At the end of the month, maybe like everything will be fine. So that's what it is. So yes, to be very honest, guys, there's no nothing, not a single job. I think it is stress free. Yeah, the stress are there. Now, what matters is how you're handling or managing that stress. That's a art. Okay.
Mm, right.
All right. So, guys, yes, everything which is we are discussing, you can also become a data analyst. You can learn with us, and everything is from scratch. More than 59% of the students are from a non-IT background. All the curriculums are very easy and designed from scratch. Even if you don't know the C of the coding, you can learn it and you can become one. All right. And yes, there's a one-on-one mentorships are there, so that you should not hesitate or feel shy to ask silly questions. You can reach out. 80% of the whole tools and everything are on the practical basis, so that Tonmay Kumar is saying that were you working in Byju's? Correct. I was working in Byju's. So that's nice. He gets it right. He gets it right. So it was too much of a stress. But yes, guys.
Great aptitude for data analysis work.
Yeah. So that thing. That was a crazy journey, but not issue. So we have a LMS. Focus on this, guys, please. That was just a joke. Okay, so we have LMS with interactive assignments. What is LMS? Learning management system, and we have project-based learning as well, which will make you very much practical. While giving an interview, because the more case study you will do, the more practical you will sound in interview. Because whatever the questions they will be asking, you will be having a justified answers because you have worked accordingly, right? So that's what is very much important in the project based learning. Now, coming to the most important part, I know everybody is waiting for the winner or something like that. But yes, I am going to announce the winner soon. But only few things are there, like how much they earn, what are the designations. Just two things are there. Then we'll come to the Q&A session and we'll announce the winner. Meanwhile, whoever is watching me right now and have not participated in this contest, and just looking at the first time and not understanding what the hell it is, then I started this particular contest just, I guess, 40 minutes back. And what I am going to do in this particular contest, whoever is going to participate and whoever is watching me right now, yes, you, if you are watching me and if you haven't registered, then you're going to miss one chance, that because at the end of this particular webinar, I'm going to select one person and enroll in a job guarantee batch of a data analytics. All right. So there's a link is in the chat section. Go register, come back, and let's discuss some more thing and let's understand how much money these data professionals are making. And then we'll ask the silly questions, tough question, a lot more things to our guest speaker, and we'll come back. Okay. So, guys, the link is into the chat section. Go register. Just after 10 minutes, I'm going to announce the winner. All right. Yes, go ahead. Now, the most important thing, just wanted to understand there are different career paths are there that you already told us. Now we wanted to understand, how much we make, as a data professionals, step by step. Although all the guest speaker who joined me in the webinar, all right, and all the guest speaker who came, they generally laugh at me the digits that I entered over here. Why? Because I have written the bare minimum work situation. So yes, you can also roast me, and you can also make fun of my slides. That's totally fine. But yes, the only thing I want, Abhishek, if you could tell our audience that what is normal nowadays, as a when I will say what are the normal salaries we guys are getting. If you could throw some light and correct me in my slides.
Sure. One thought from my side is that it uh, it is a kind of on track, as in the numbers look good, but yes, I think at 5+ years it's higher. At 3 to 5 years also it's higher for a data scientist or a middle data analyst, right? But it a lot depends on the skills that you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, I shared my experience of hiring, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a big challenge for the entire set of
Mm-hmm.
managers to find right people and get them started on projects.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So for a right candidate, there is no. I mean, this is still lower, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's how it is. For
Understood.
5+, it goes up to 25 also.
Mm-hmm.
For 3 to 5, it goes up to 12, 15 also, and so on.
Understood.
So
Understood.
again, it depends on the kind of value that you are going to bring to the table, what kind
Mm-hmm.
of skill you have, how comfortable you are with, and so on.
Understood. Understood. So
Was
nowadays, if I
that
just
enough?
so one thing is clear that on the normal basis, people are generally starting with 7 to 10 lakh packages if they're just starting as a fresher nowadays, right? It's something which is
Yes,
very normal now,
true,
right?
true, absolutely true.
Okay. Just one thing wanted to know, if you don't mind,
Yes.
when you got your first job, what was your salary in your first job?
So after my engineering, I had joined as a software developer, right?
Okay.
So again, not as a data analyst or data scientist. That back then I was earning 3.25 in 2010,
2010. Oh my God. It's the pay scale has
and
increased so much.
yes, yeah,
It's
yeah,
even more than the double, the triple.
and I would say that in last 5 6 years it has doubled. Not in 10 years. In five
Hmm.
six years it has doubled.
Exactly, exactly. Understood. That's nice. So I hope, guys, you have understood what exactly the earning potential in this, and just one thing wanted to know. Do you have any youngest team member in your team and who is earning more than 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs? Do you have anybody in your team who's very young?
Yeah, yeah. So zero
What
to
was
two
the age, by the way?
and 10+.
10 plus. And what was the age, by the way? Any roughly approximate idea about the age?
21, right after
21.
the college. Right after college.
Wow. Wow. Even I have
So,
seen.
so
Yeah, yeah, tell me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
the skill that that person brings is that the person had done some real use cases, yeah, real kind of projects in the college itself,
Mm-hmm.
and that made him very relevant for the role. So the
Mm-hmm.
kind of work he delivers is definitely worth a person who has 3 to 5 years of experience. But he's not a very odd example. People do get 7 to 10,
Mm-hmm.
being fresher, 1 year, 2 year experience,
Understood. Understood. Understood.
and not from very fancy colleges.
Yeah, oh, not from fancy means a private college.
The IITs and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a
yes,
lot of myths in the people's mind that Google only hire from IITs or Amazon
no,
only
no,
hire from
no, no.
IITs. So it's
Google
not at all.
hires people who are worth it, as in who can add value. Basically, that's it.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, guys. So we have got a pretty much good clarity. Even I've seen, Abhishek, students who are intern are getting intern in stipend 50,000 rupees per month.
Yeah, yeah,
Stipend, man,
absolutely.
come on! Like this is what is happening right now. Even like I have seen, even my whole my roommate was getting a stipend of 55,000, and I didn't got it because I was a mechanical engineer. So but yes, guys, I started my journey with a good salary. Okay, I'm not less, by the way. So you can also earn good, guys. Okay, you can also earn from 6 to 10 lakh, and that is a factual thing. You can do it. All right. Now the most important question comes in our mind, that how exactly we can find. See, now Abhishek, what happens with me is, like, now I'm into this particular profession, so I get relevant calls. I get a lot of calls from the Naukri.com. I get a lot of calls from different profiles, LinkedIn and everything, because now I'm into this domain. So the algorithm is set, people know, and they are reaching out to me. Now the most important question comes in a mind: if I'm from a non-IT background, how I can get a job or a vacancy notification, or at least get a call from the tech background? So what I need to prepare, like I have to prepare my LinkedIn, or what sort of things I need to update, and so that I should start getting some recognition and.
Sure. So definitely have the skills added to your profile.
Mm-hmm.
So you can put your profile on any of these
Mhm.
job
Mhm.
portals like
Mhm.
Naukri or whatever. Another
Mhm.
thing is that now there is a whole networking aspect,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? So networking can either happen through LinkedIn,
Mhm.
or you take part in live as in person
Mhm.
uh, uh, seminars and so on. So there
Mhm.
also some resume sharing happens.
Mhm.
Not sure if it happens much in these days. I mean, post COVID days.
Mhm.
And then there are you know companies who are already connected with the corporates, with the companies,
Mhm.
with the organizations who need data analysts.
Understood.
So that is a great way to get into
Mhm.
that. So that way you will land maybe a little easier, and you will land in the right job, right? So these are the three ways a
Mhm.
person who is starting fresh can start.
Mhm. Understood.
Obviously, if you are already connected with the corporate, yes,
Mhm.
that'll help.
Understood.
Right? If you know
Understood.
somebody and so on.
Understood. Understood. Got the
And that's
clarity.
what happens later point in time when you start working for companies. You know people, you have your own network and so on, so the referrals happen. But in the beginning you need a bit of support. That helps a lot.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah,
Got the clarity. Thank you. Thank you so much. So yes, this is it. So these are the things that you need to focus, right? You can make it for sure, and you'll get a help in finding out some relevant jobs or something like that. Even we do also have a career patches where we will prepare in building CV and LinkedIn profiles. Why it is important, guys? Because nowadays companies are using ATS, applicant tracking systems. There's a lakhs of applications are coming, and there's not one person who is just sitting and shortlisting. No. So whatever the job descriptions they have, whatever the important skills they want, like let's suppose Power BI, so that applicant tracking system will find out that keyword in your CV. If it is there, you will come on the top and you may get shortlisted. Correct me if I'm wrong, Abhishek. This is what's happening
yeah,
right
yeah,
now, right?
absolutely. Again, there is a data analyst sitting behind the
Hmm.
Naukri portal, so uh,
Exactly. Exactly.
that's how it happens. The
Exactly.
keywords, the natural language processing
Exactly. So
works there.
this is one of the most important skills, guys. So you don't take it lightly. Okay. And multiple job mock interviews. Why? Just to make you very much, just to make you very much confident, while cracking. So if you will practice a lot, the mistake that you're gonna do in the real time, you will do all mistakes earlier. So you will be perfect in the real one. So these are the things involved with the coding invaders as well. All right, moving ahead, we have 100 plus hiring partners. Our alumni are working into big giant companies. There are some examples. Now, as I wanted to remind you once again, and I want Abhishek to have a glass of water, because I let me just announce this contest once again. Now, in just 1 minute, Abhishek, we are going to come up with a Q&A session. All right. All
Sure.
right. So all the people who are just waiting for this Q&A session, prepare your questions. Meanwhile, let me tell you once again, I started this contest 50 minutes back, and I was promising that one of you will get a chance to win this premium data analyst course, which promises job guarantee. You're gonna win this for free because in just after 10 minutes, just after Q&A session will over, I'll announce winner. How? By sharing my screen in front of you, and I'll choose one random person, and he will be the winner. So you can be the one if you haven't registered yet. The link is into the chat section. Go register. Let me select some of the best questions and go register. Okay, and come back to me and say that yes, Amar, I'm ready, and then we will start this particular Q&A session. All right, guys. So I'll give you 10-20 seconds. Let me shortlist some of the best questions, and let's ask the questions to our guest speaker. All right, guys. All right, let me see the questions. Meanwhile, I'll give you 10-20 seconds. Go register into the link. Okay, perfect. So we have the bunch of questions now. All right, I can see the number of people who are increasing and they are participating in the contest. So already 300 plus people have already participated. That's cool. The competition is good. Perfect. Now, coming to the Q&A session now. All right. So Abhishek, question from Mandeep Singh.
Yeah.
Which one is
Yes.
more easier for a non-IT guy? Data
Mhm.
analytics, data science, or cyber security?
Okay. So, cyber security, again, it is more about. I will talk about cyber security first. So, cyber security is something where you either find fraud, right, or
Mm-hmm.
you have a compliance processes and so on. So you compare it with, right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So again, it depends on what skills you nurture, what skills you build, right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure cybersecurity will have its own set of skills. You build
Mm-hmm.
it, then you will definitely land there better. Uh, it is also a growing sector, but
Mm-hmm.
what I feel is that again, this skill of data analysis is going to help anybody in any domain. I was talking about people who are very very senior and they still try to keep their data analysis, their programming
Mm-hmm.
skills fresh, right?
Understood.
So they don't have to do data analysis. They will have teams and huge teams to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, data analysis role again, it has a number of opportunities. It is going to grow at a very very rapid pace. Data
Understood.
analytics is going to help in cyber security also. So sustainability, I think job security wise, data analyst, data scientist role is going to be there in in a better place
Understood.
from
Understood.
10 years from now and so on.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this answer. Now, the another question from Rajat is: should I become data scientist or data analyst to earn more?
Okay, so again, yes, the nomenclature is there. I mean, the way you name a role is there. A data analyst is supposed to only analyze data.
Mm-hmm.
If you add some statistics to it, right,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you become a data scientist, right.
Mm-hmm.
So they are very closely knit roles, I would say, right. A
Mm-hmm.
data analyst journey also has the entire rank, as in the whole ladder is there. Uh, a whole range of salaries are also there, and
Mm-hmm.
data scientists require more depth in maybe statistics, a
Mm-hmm.
little more depth in maybe data engineering, as in some tools and so on, right. So again, salary wise, I think you will gradually grow from a data analyst, let's say working for 5 years, and then you will grow into a data scientist because you will have
Mm-hmm.
understanding of a domain. You will learn more and more about new
Mm-hmm.
things,
Mm-hmm.
statistics and so on. So I would put data science slightly up,
Mm-hmm.
but the journey of any data scientist starts from data analyst. You
Okay.
can't be a data scientist without analyzing data.
Understood. Understood. So it is like this scientist will come on my way, and but I have to start as a data analyst only because now people are more, attracted towards this fancy name. I have even seen an organization. Some of the organizations are hiring on with the name of data scientist, but the actual job those people are doing are a data analysis only.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It
so
happens.
it's just a way to get a
Right,
good
right,
number of people to apply for, and
right,
that's
right.
what is happening. Okay, third question from Tejashwani is: I'm pursuing. through an BTech last year. So my question is, what is the next perfect move for my career and how I can achieve?
Okay, so from BTech, what is the next step we
Yeah,
should
yeah.
take?
She's in
Right.
last year right now.
Last year. So I think it's a good time for you to build certain skills, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in any role you go into, right? Maybe you are from mechanical, electrical, or
Mm-hmm.
any sort of company. When
Mm-hmm.
you start looking at data, you would want to analyze that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You would want to understand it and share your understanding to make your boss happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
They will to grow in your career, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a good time you can learn the skills that the industry is looking forward to,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the industry is not able to find out good
Mm-hmm.
people, right? It will make you more marketable in the job
Mm-hmm.
market and help you grow later on also in your career. So I would suggest, if you have time, learn your skills, like programming skills, Python, or how you work with data using SQL and so on. So those will go a very long way
Understood.
in
Understood.
short term or long term, both.
Understood. Understood. Got the clarity. Okay, thank you. Another question is from Rajesh. Hi, sir. I have completed his graduation in 2011 and have a 6 years of gap now. And can he still enter into this data analyst profession?
Okay, so I'll again share an example of
Mm-hmm.
my previous organization. So there was a person.
Mm-hmm.
He was from a well-known college, right,
Mm-hmm.
engineering college, and he had a gap of 7 years,
Mm-hmm.
right, and the last 1 year, or last, let's say, few months,
Mm-hmm.
6 months or so, he had totally dedicated to learn statistics and
Mm-hmm.
Python and SQL, right?
Mm-hmm.
These three things, and he landed into a very good role, doing great.
Mm-hmm.
So gap is there. I mean, it may come up as a question in your interviews,
Mm-hmm.
but again, to get shortlisted, you need to have those keywords, as you were telling, right? To get those keywords, learn those skills, right? Get depth into that, and
Mm-hmm.
then the interview will more focused on what you know,
Mm-hmm.
rather than why there is a gap, right? So you can talk about that gap in couple of sentences, right? There was some personal reason, or there was some health reasons, or professional reason, whatever
Mm-hmm.
is there.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk about it, but if you have those talking points in your resume,
Mm-hmm.
the talk will focus there, and
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it happening for people who have long gaps in their career.
Understood.
So it's not
Understood.
impossible at all.
Understood. Understood. Thank you. Thank you so much. And the last question is from Ruhan. He's from a non-IT background, and he's a 10 years of experience in sales and MBA in marketing. Is this, data analyst profession is for him or not? Can he still do that?
Sure. So, 10 years of experience in marketing and sales.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, again, moving suddenly to a new kind of role will require you to have those skills, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, the domain that you are coming from is that you understand the sales ecosystem.
Exactly.
You understand the sales data, right?
Exactly.
You can in your mind aggregate the numbers, that okay, for this geography this was the sales, so what I need to do. If you look at a sheet of data, you can quickly find out that okay, I should target these ones, right, and not
Exactly.
these ones. So those are some intuitive skills you would have picked, and many more things, right? So that's your domain. And then if you add skills related to data analysis,
Mm-hmm.
programming, and so on,
Mm-hmm.
and you you know get into a job where there is a marketing analytics happening, or
Mm-hmm.
brand
Mm-hmm.
analytics is happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
You will understand the domain also, and you will have the skills to process the data and do more about it.
Understood.
So yeah, even digital marketing folks also now require data analyst or data analytics kind of skills. to do
Un-
their job.
Understood.
Right. So
Understood.
it is a great add-on, I would say.
Understood. No issues. We got the pretty much clarity now, and we are very much thankful for your patience answer, and we got all the questions answered. But I know that there's a lot more questions are still coming in. So, guys, I know, but we are already learning a lot of time. So, no issues in that. But thank you so much, Abhishek, for giving these beautiful answers. I'm sure that all the audience who were struggling and must be having a lot of myths and things, it is almost clear. So, I'm very much thankful that Abhishek, you gave your time over here. Before
Sure,
going, just wanted to know if you have any last line to motivate this particular beautiful people, so that start taking actions and we can just move on.
sure, sure. So I was reading through the questions also while I was talking. There are a lot of questions related to I have been in paramedical, or I have been into accounting, or I have
Mm-hmm.
been into XYZ sort of
Mm-hmm.
domain. Does it make sense to for me to get into the data analyst or data
Mm-hmm.
analytics domain or not? So again, a very simple example is that any health tech company, any big hospital, a chain hospital, their biggest worry is that how to deal with the data, how to
Mm-hmm.
make most of it to optimize, make their processes more efficient, get
Mm-hmm.
more out of their doctors or some any sort of that thing. So
Mm-hmm.
somebody's already from that background and
Mm-hmm.
knows this thing becomes a gold mine for that
Exactly.
kind of industry, right? You can very well work for other industries, right? Because you have data analytics skills, but
Mm-hmm.
if you already understand the domain, then nothing like it. Just one example I'm talking about. There are the same applies for accounting, same applies for retail. These are very complex domains.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you are already there, and then plus data analytics skills are going to be great.
Understood. Understood. Thank you. Thank you so much. We've got the pretty much clarity, and we are very much thankful to you. And I'm sure the audience have enjoyed. And you can see the thank you messages it coming. That Disha is saying that thank you, sir. It was worth joining. To all the beautiful people who still wanted to be in connect with Abhishek, sir, I have attached the LinkedIn link. Probably you cannot
Sure,
spam him with the messages. He's a busy person, but still, whenever he will get the time, he will definitely would reply. Right, Abhishek?
sure, absolutely. It was a pleasure to be here to talk to everybody, and I hope I was, able to help or clear certain doubts. And
Mhm.
happy to connect. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Abhishek, for joining.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you.
So I hope, guys, you have enjoyed this particular session. I hope you enjoyed interacting with Abhishek. I know that it was helpful for you, but still, I can see a lot of questions. But yes, due to running out of time, because we were so much involved into the knowledge of Abhishek, because he was definitely a gold mine for us, because he was a 10-year experience guy. So we got too much question answered. We got a lot of clarity. So I'm sure everybody was happy about it. Now, still, whatever the questions you have, you can still DM me. My link is into the chat section. If you have some more questions, you can text me directly. I'll make sure to help you out. And whatever the questions you have, anything, any hesitation, anything, you can reach out to me. This is my link. And you can ask any questions, any hesitations, which we will help you to, sort this problem for you. And whoever is your best guest speaker or anything, you can also tell me that. I'll bring an amazing guest speaker, just like Abhishek, as always. All right, so that it should be very, very much helpful for all of you. Moving ahead, now it's time to announce the winner. I'm sure everybody was waiting for this particular time. All right, so it's time to announce the winner. But before that, I have to do something. But yes, to all the people who has just watching me right now and have not joined, have not known that what exactly is going on. So I've started this particular contest 1 hour back, and whoever will participate, I'll just share my screen. I'll choose one lucky winner, and I'll enroll in a job guarantee batch. So if you haven't registered, the link is into the chat section. Go register, and you know, come back, because I have to select one person, and you will be the winner for it. All right. So I'll give you 10-20 seconds. All right, guys, and then we will show who is the winner. All right, moving ahead, just want to tell you that we have a lot of facilities like one-on-one personal mentorship, exclusive career packages, fast track job search, 100% job guarantee, and a lot more things. If you can see that there's a screenshots of our students who are enjoying with industrial expert having webinars and exclusive, members only webinars where they're interacting with the experts who are like highly experienced like Abhishek and a lot of the people, and they are just discussing and trying to understand what exactly the reality of the market is. And also there's a screenshot of one-on-one mentoring where you can see how easy it is to understand, and these are some beautiful mentors. And if you'll see what exactly you will get apart from personal mentors, you will get a top session from top mentors. What I mean by top mentors like vice president or director, there's data profession, these are the people that are available, so they can give you more better clarity. And you will have a 7 days a week access in the chat section. If you are a person who is not comfortable, you can see whatever the doubt. Let's suppose you are practicing and you got some question, just post it in the chat section, and you will get it done. And the best part is you'll get unlimited video calls. Even let's suppose you missed some classes and you have some doubt, call and get it done. All right, so that's not the best to get a one-on-one. Why it is very much important, because I know all the people who are from non-IT background have serious doubt and they can clear it out. All right, perfect. That's great. So you will all will be getting a live sessions as well. Who loves live session? It's gonna be great for you. If you don't like this live session, you'll get the recorded one as well. Group webinars are there, and a lot more other things are there. All right. Study formats are group projects, modules on learning management system, exams are there, interactive webinars are there, Q&A sessions are there, group projects are there, career webinars are there, masterclass from industries are there. See, man, resources are there. It's you. If you are motivated enough, if you're consistent enough, you will definitely gonna get it. I'll give you one example. I'll not just you know I'll not create a hype over it, but to be very honest, on a practical note, I have seen a lot of people who are intelligent are not able to complete the course, but I've seen less intelligent people are able to complete the course just because of consistency. Yes. So this course doesn't require intelligence or any particular background. This course only requires motivation and consistency. And how much consistency and how much time you need every single day to complete this and get this thing done? Only 1.5 hours on a daily basis. And if I'll talk about the normal statistics, Indian spends more than 2 hours on Instagram. If you'll give 1.5 hours for yourself, for your career, only for 6 months, not for the entire life, you can make something big in your life for sure. So it's time to be serious, and this things, this resources is all available. It's you how you're gonna utilize it. Okay, things are available, gold mines are there. Now it's you how we're gonna complete it. All right. So if I talk about the tools, and the Google Sheet, statistics, Power BI, SQL, Python, and career developments are there. Only these things are there. You don't need to worry about the multiple or 100 tools or 10, 15 pro level tools. Only these tools are required to get your first job, and rest you are smart enough to grow by yourself. Come on, man. You don't need always a course, but you need a help and the support in the first step. And that's what coding invaders do. They help you to get your first IT job as a data analyst. All right, so only these things are required, guys, nothing else. Moving ahead, it's time to announce the winner. I know everybody is very much excited and everybody's just waiting that when I will announce the winner. Are you guys angry? Or is it like too much? You're not getting a winner. You are just waiting for this winner thing. So you can comment down. I'm going to announce the winner right now. Yes, now I'm going to announce the winner. Don't worry about it. Okay, so it's time to announce the winner. All right, so let me see. So this guy from Zoom Lama saying no, Achal is saying lol no, Saksham no, Mayank YBM. Because what happened last time in the webinar, people were saying that I'll give you one line. They were saying that अबे jaldi announce karo panvel nikal hai. This sort of comments I was getting in the last webinar. So so it's fine, guys. It's fine. Now we have discussed. We got so much of value. Now it's time to announce the winner. So the people who are here right now. In the beginning, there are more than 400 plus people were there. Now it is only 167 people are there. So these are the cream people who are very serious about their careers. So you will get to know who is the winner now. All right. So all the people who have not registered yet, so I'll just see how many people have registered. So I can see more than 300 plus people are there in this particular contest. And to all the people who have not registered yet, I'm requesting you to register, because now I'm going to announce winner. All right. If you are still watching me and feeling lazy to register, come on, man. I'm just watching you. Go register and come back. And just 20 25 seconds, I'm going to announce the winner. All right. Meanwhile, if you guys have any questions or anything to me, you can DM me or text me on my Instagram, and we would love to talk and understand what your problem is, and we'll help you out. The link is into the chat section about the contest, guys. The contest is there. It is pinned also. So go register. Anybody who's left, do comment and do give your details and everything. All right. Perfect. So I guess the link is there. I can see the numbers, and so the last person who you know registered over here is Parik and Nuju. And Kishore S is the last person. Total 310 people. Anybody who's left? Should I announce the winner right now? Mayank is saying the way you talked and kept the whole session interactive were awesome. Thank you so much, man. I will make sure um, to continue this sort of stuff. So Anchal is saying that now you are testing our patience. Is like what happens is it feels bad, when you announce the winner and still 20 people register later. So I just don't want anybody to miss it. Uh, so Ibrahim is saying, I have registered 10 times. Please announce it. Oh my God. Why you registered 10 times, man? I have to remove this duplicate people. Thanks God for telling me this. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Let me see the number. So now I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. Let's see who is this winner in this particular webinar. I'm very much excited. This thing I also enjoy. All right, so let me share my screen. Mayank is saying someone's gonna get 10 times call a day. No, 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 not at all. We don't spam like that. Um, Ruhan is saying that I would say close registrations and announce. Okay, sir. Achal is saying just joking. You have been great throughout. Thank you so much, Achal. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen now. Okay. Can you see this thing, guys? My sheet. This is my sheet. All right. Perfect. Scrolling. I have so total Preeti Rane 313 is the final number. And this is the website that I use to choose the random number. So I'll use 313, and there's one person which I need to select. And I'll see if the numbers are increasing. I'll refresh my sheet once again. So too many people have registered. So 313 is the final number. I'm locking it. I'm just starting the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm locking at 313. Guys, all right. Let's see who is the winner. 1, 2, 3. Number 60 is the winner of our job guaranteed course of data analytics, which promises job guarantee. And that number 60 is going to get a call. All right. So let's see who is that number 60. Who is that lucky number? Okay, so number 60, number 60, number 60, number 60, number 60. Everybody's eyes are moving up and down because I'm scrolling very fast. I am doing it intentionally just to irritate you. Okay, no issues. Nikita Ashwani, Ashwani, you are the winner of this particular contest of a coding invaders, where you are getting the premium course of a data analyst, that too for free, and you are going to enroll in a job guarantee batch. So Nikita Ashwani, if you are here, say hi to these people and cheer up, because you are going to get a call from our academic counselors, and they're gonna discuss about your degrees and your background, and you will be enrolled for a job guarantee batch. Now, still we have that opportunity. So I don't know whether Nikita is there or not, or maybe she left the meeting. If she left the meeting, maybe she will get a call and they will say that you're a winner of this particular thing. She will be surprised. No issues. It's a matter of luck. We just saw who is the winner. Now, I still have a lot of things, guys. Don't go, don't go, don't go. AB saying I'm jealous. Uh, why are you jealous? Man? Don't always be happy and clap for other success, so that one day you will be at the top. People will clap for you. All right. Perfect. So Let me share my I'll show my presentation because I still have something who didn't want yet. Yes, you can still be the part of this particular job guaranteed batch, and I have that particular options for you. All right, so let me upload the slides and tell you. Okay, so all the people who is just watching me, don't go, man. Was it just the purpose of winning this particular, the courses? Hold on, hold on. So yes, now to give you more better clarity to all the people who still wanted to join this course, the course cost 11,490 rupees per month. Just because you are watching this particular webinar with Amir Akhtar, that is me, you will get this course in much lesser price with 37% of discount. That is 7,290 rupees per month. Yes, because you watch only exclusively for all the people who is just watching. We have your data. You joined, you stayed, you are eligible for it. So you can aid the head of our counselor, register. The link is into the chat section. Get a free counseling call, ask question, ask document, ask how is it possible, how you guys are promising, is it real, legit, what exactly it is. Fill the Google form right now and you will get a free counseling call. And if I'll talk about the fees structure, then there is a EMI programs are also there. No fees for the openings and there is no interest involved. And we will be paying interest for you, and you will be having a clear EMI programs. Even if you can pay till 18 months and complete the course in just 6 months, it will be easy pocket for you. Now, the most important question is referral. How exactly the referral roles play? Let's suppose uh, you are not able to afford the course, but you have friends. If you have friends, you got family. How exactly that works? So, if you will refer one friend, you both will get 5,000 rupees cashback or a discount. Okay. If you will refer 10 people, those 10 people each will get 5,000 and you will get 50,000. So, I have seen one candidate in last batch itself. Yes. He referred more than 10 people and he made the course cost to zero. All right. So the more you will share, the more wise you will become. And your network is your net worth, right? So utilize it. All right. So yeah, that's it about this particular referral program, and that's it about this particular webinar. I'm sure you have enjoyed it. If you have any feedback for me, was it a good session for me, or did I host it bad, or do you have anything good or bad for me? You can just comment down. I would love to hear that, and I am attaching my link in the chat section. You can reach out to me, talk to me, ask any questions if you have. I will reply you on Instagram, and we can have a discussion. All right. So if you have any feedbacks, you can just definitely reach out to me on Instagram. I have attached my link in the chat section. All right. So thank you so much. Have a very good evening and see you on the next webinar.